Get chilled with Patriot Ice. We are located at 171 South Frontage Road, 775-727-6561.
During the war, after a bombing from the Israeli military, Gaza has been without energy, medical supplies, and has been facing dire shortages of water. It was reported on the 16th of October that the Palestinians were also facing a food shortage as well as a water one. On October 15th, it was reported that life-saving aid for the civilians caught up in the war was awaiting them at the Rafah crossing into Gaza from Egypt. However, Israel has not been allowing any supplies into Gaza since Hamas took various citizens, some of which being foreigners, hostage. Thankfully, today on October 18th, it was reported that Israel will be allowing Egypt to deliver humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip, but only in limited quantities. According to the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu's office, the decision was made after a request from President Joe Biden, who visited Israel today. However, it was reported that fuel was not mentioned among the humanitarian aid. Instead, the statement only mentioned that they will not thwart any deliveries of food, water, and medicine as long as these supplies do not make it to Hamas. It is currently unknown when the aid will actually begin flowing into Gaza. It was also reported that on October 17th, there was a bombing at a Gaza City hospital, the Al-Ali Hospital, which was packed with those who were wounded and others who were seeking shelter. The blast resulted in the death of approximately 500 people, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. Currently, as of reporting, it is not yet known who is responsible for the bombing of the hospital in Gaza. According to a report from the White House, Israel was not the responsible party. However, information regarding that assessment is still being collected. It's been reported that the bombing has caused even more tension as others rush to deny involvement in the bombing. According to a report from the Times of Israel, IDF spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari stated that Israel did not strike the hospital and continued stating that the attacks were instead due to a failed rocket launch by the Islamic Jihad movement. Daniel Hagari was quoted stating that, "I can confirm that following an analysis of the IDF operational systems indicates that a barrage of rockets was fired by terrorists in Gaza, passing in close proximity to the Al-Ali hospital in Gaza at the time it was hit." However, Islamic Jihad has denied these claims, going on to state that the accusations promoted by the enemy are baseless. The group does not use places of worship or public facilities, especially hospitals, as military centers or weapon stores. As of now, it is currently uncertain as to who is actually the responsible party for this bombing. But one thing that's clear is that the bombing has caused outrage following the death of the aforementioned 500 people. Within hours of the reports about the hospital bombing spreading, various protesters were reported to hurl stones at Palestinian security forces in the country of Jordan. Protests sparked as well in Egypt, Lebanon, Morocco, and Bahrain. According to various reports about these various protests, one thing is clear. Everyone taking part is furious about the bombing, and all condemn these actions. The director of the Al-Ali hospital came out and made an appeal for the war to end. Suhaila Tarazi, the director, went on to state that what she saw was unlike anything that she has ever seen or could ever imagine. Tarazi recounted seeing the body parts of children everywhere in the hospital and its courtyard. She went on to state that our hospital is a place of love and reconciliation. We are all losers in this war, and it must end. The death toll rose again following that attack, going from approximately 2,700 to an approximate 2,800.